Long live your turtle here. In today's installment of Can Fish Live with Your Pet Turtle, we're going to be trying out the beautiful Australian rainbow fish. I'm going to get them in this tank. We're going to see how they do with my two slider turtles. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you're still here, so you must be interested in whether an Australian rainbow fish is a good fit for your pet turtles. Now, in our last episode of Can Fish Live with Your Pet Turtle, we tried out these beautiful silver dollar fish. Now, I started with 10, and 2 weeks later, I still have 8, which is a glaring success of a fish living with my pet turtles, because basically, if they're around after the first 30 minutes, the first hour, and then the first 2 weeks, and they're still swimming around with the turtles, they are a great fit for a pet turtle tank. That means they figured out the 3 key attributes to living with pet turtles. That's number 1, being super aware of their surroundings. They know that there's a predator that might try to bite them, so they keep their distance and know that if they're getting close, they should probably move from the jowls of death. Now, number 2 is they are very fast, and that just basically means that the turtles can't catch up to them and eat them no matter how aware they are. And the last one is they need to be a hardy fish species. They can't be a fish that's just going to croak under subpar conditions for that specific species of fish. Turtles, as we all know, are super hardy and can tolerate a ton of different conditions in a tank, and I want a fish that's going to be similar in that vein, that I don't have to keep the perfect parameters, especially with a huge poopy turtle, 2 of them in fact, in order to keep the fish alive. I want them to be hardy enough to just exist with the turtles as I was keeping the turtles before, without a lot of extra care. So with that, the Australian rainbow fish, and basically the rainbow fish species in general, is a very hardy fish. They hail from what? Guess what? Australia, New Guinea, and that sort of area. Freshwater species that looks beautiful. They get to about 4 inches maximum size, which is going to be big, but I have a 210-gallon tank. So I got 10 of these bad boys ready to go in the tank. And with that, they're a schooling fish, so they look beautiful, trying to school together and moving about on the main portion of the tank. They're not bottom feeders or anything like that. They're going to be in the main viewing area, which is great because they're a beautiful fish, especially when they mature and they get to that larger size. They're going to have lots of coloration, and they're just going to look great in this tank. Obviously, they'll have to compete with the silver dollars, but with all this color that they have on them, I don't think that'll be a problem. But I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself because first of all, we need to figure out, will they live well with the turtles? So the first thing to do here is we need to get them in the turtle tank. So what I'm going to do is acclimate their water to my water temperature, and then I'm going to take the turtles out, put the fish in, let them get a little more comfortable with the space that they're in before I insert the predators, the turtles. So let's get to that. All right, the fish have been acclimating for about 15 minutes now. They're getting a lot more comfortable with their space, schooling together a little bit. Typically, when I add fish, they all go to the bottom and then find each other eventually once they get a little more comfortable. Looks like they're becoming friends with the silver dollars. All right, time to add the turtles. Get ready, rainbow fish. You guys will live great together. Just remember, the turtles bite. All right, after 30 minutes, all of the Australian rainbow fish are accounted for. Turtles were definitely a little desensitized from my first batch of silver dollars, but they were still definitely interested. Definitely took some close looks, but these fish are smart and very fast. I think they're going to be great additions. Let's give them about 1 to 2 weeks, and I'll check back in again. All right, it's been over a week now. Let's check out how the rainbow fish are doing. So you'll notice the rainbow fish are mixing in with my silver dollars. And counting them up, looks like we have 6 remaining rainbow fish. You can see them over there on the left. They're juveniles, so they're missing a little bit of their color. In about a year, they'll be beautiful fish. You'll notice they're schooling with their silver dollar friends. All right, to recap, Can Fish Live with Your Pet Turtle? This episode, we added 10 Australian rainbow fish to live in this 210-gallon turtle tank. I got 2 slider turtles, a yellow belly and a Ready your slider, fully grown females, and as we know, slider turtles are omnivorous, and they are very adept at hunting and eating fish as a meal. So it can be tricky to figure out which fish you can add to a turtle tank that are adept enough to survive with the turtles in this tank. The final verdict of can rainbow fish live with pet turtles is yes. These are a great addition to a turtle tank, with the caveat that I have a 210-gallon tank, lots of space to swim, and enough for the fish to school together to kind of confuse the turtles. So it's definitely going to depend on your specific setup if you're looking to add these fish to your turtle tank with success. You'll notice that there isn't much color on my rainbow fish right now. These are actually beautiful, very colorful fish, once mature and comfortable in the tank. But these are juveniles. In about a year, hopefully less, they'll be showing their colors and thriving with the turtles. I hope this video helps you choose whether or not the rainbow fish is a great addition to the tank. Check out my video on silver dollars and how well they did. They're still there, so there's a hint. Thanks for watching, and long live your turtle.